Are the Clippers done, in your opinion?
I think they are. I don't think they beat Utah. Well, first of all, it's not fair for me to even say it like that. What I mean is I picked Utah to win this series before it began. So I'm certainly not going to pick them to lose 4 of the next 5 games.
Okay.
So that's where that comes from. And the reason why I said that is because of 3 things, not necessarily in this order. They have a big-time perimeter defender in Royce O'Neal who can chase ball handlers around and chase stars around. They have an elite reigning defensive player of the year, frontline defender in Rudy Gobert. And they have a superstar. Make no mistake about it. Donovan Mitchell is a superstar. He's the kind of guy you can sit up there and say, here's the ball. Take us there. When everybody knows it's you, when everybody knows what you're going to do it, when everybody can imagine how you're going to do it, and they still can't stop you. It is official. This brother, after what he did last year, remember, sent Russell Westbrook and Paul George home in the playoffs a couple of years ago. And so, breath smelling like Similac wet behind the ears. He pulled that off. Last year, he put on the show against Denver and Jamal Murray and the boys, even though they lost in 7 games. This year, he is 6-0. They are 6-0 when he is in the starting lineup. He is averaging 32. In this series, he's averaging 41 on 52% shooting. He is giving it to the Clippers. He is outshining Paul George and Kawhi Leonard combined.
MVP of the playoffs right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. Donovan Mitchell, when he ended with 37, I was disappointed.
Listen.
He had 37.
You were like,
I was like 37. I thought he was going to go for 60.
You're like, at least get in the 4s.
Listen, y'all.
That's how good he is.
Listen, y'all, and understand what else he's doing. If you're Steve Ballmer, the owner for the billionaire owner, multi-billionaire owner for the Los Angeles Clippers, building a new arena in Inglewood and all of this other stuff. If Donovan Mitchell takes your Clippers out, guess what, Max? Let Kawhi go. Let him walk. Let him exercise his option and go elsewhere. Because now you're talking about your best chances with LeBron James home. You're talking about this is arguably the Clippers' best chance to win the chip. If last year wasn't, certainly this year was.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it done now you're talking about retooling, rebuilding, trying to establish a culture. You can't establish, as big time as Kawhi Leonard is, you can't establish a culture with a dude that you've got to exercise load management with so excessively. So I'm just saying.
Can they win?
I'm just saying, the magnitude of what Donovan Mitchell is doing to these Clippers cannot go unnoticed.
And it's certainly not going unnoticed. It's the headline.
Yeah.
And by the way, Donovan Mitchell, most points, I believe this was before even this last game, to start a playoff career in the first 28 games, whatever it was. MJ, number 1, greatest scorer of all time. Wilt, number 2, second greatest scorer of all time. I think Donovan Mitchell's now 3rd on that list. MJ, Wilt, Donovan Mitchell.
Max, he's already the best player in Jazz franchise history.
Yeah,
ahead of Karl Malone. And
when it counts? Oh, yeah.
He's already
when
better.
It counts,
he's already better.
Over.
Yes.
Karl
Malone and John Stockton. Yes. They were never him.
Okay.
Ever.
I just want to make sure everyone's hearing all these bold things that are
When
happening.
the lights shine brightest, I agree. Donovan Mitchell's clutch factor is next level. But the Clippers can still win this series.
Okay,
sure
tell us why.
Sure they can. First of all, Stephen A., I have a question for you. Who won the first 2 games of the Clippers-Mavs series this season?
Mavs.
Who won the first 2 games in 2016 of the finals? Cavs-Warriors. First 2 games of Cavs-Warriors. Who won the series Clippers-Mavs this year?
Clippers.
And who won the Cavs-Warriors series
Cavs.
after falling down to 2? Who was the coach of the Clippers this year and of the Cavs then? Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's happening? Do you know why they're losing these games?
Great points.
They're on the road, okay? And they're getting the brakes beaten off them in the 3rd quarter. What's the 3rd quarter? Coach's quarter. You mean to tell me Ty Lue can't make adjustments? Now, that's on the road. Every series ever played, the road team either does what the home team either does what they're supposed to do and defends home court, right? Or the road team wins a game and it's like, uh-oh, the home team just messed up, right? The Clippers are going to have to win a game on the road. They're going to have to defend home court and win a game on the road. Can they do that? Yes, they can. Do they have the right coach for it? Yes, they do. Furthermore, Bogdanovich outplayed Kawhi Leonard on both ends of the floor last night. How many more times is that going to happen? Kawhi has bad games, all superstars do, but Kawhi is a clutch killer. You think he's going to let Bogdanovich out? He didn't let Luka outplay him all of last series. You think Bogdanovich is going to?
You're missing the point. Great points notwithstanding, you're still missing it. You see, when you have a superstar like Donovan Mitchell, and he's outshining you as a player, you can come back. But in the end, unlike Luka Doncic, he's got Bogdanovich, he's got Ingles, he's got Jordan Clarkson. They've done it without Mike Conley.
That's what's scary. No Mike Conley.
They've done it without Mike Conley. You have a perimeter defender in Royce O'Neal who's all over the place. All right,
I love me some Royce O'Neal.
It wasn't just Bogdanovich defending. It obviously was Royce O'Neal. Not only that, unlike against Dallas, you have someone on the interior that's telling you, you better stay out there and shoot them damn jump shots. You know what they have to do to make a presence in the interior? They have to bring in DeMarcus Cousins. And let's be fair to DeMarcus Cousins. He's no scrub.
He scored a couple times, too, right?
No. When DeMarcus Cousins was healthy, he was averaging 28 a game.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
Highly
that
skilled
about this
scoring
brother.
and passing.
It's
big man.
injuries that ravaged his career. He can play, okay? So let's understand this. When you look at it from that perspective, in terms of everybody else, the Utah Jazz are saying we're going to contest every shot on the perimeter of a Kawhi, of a Paul George. We're going to make, Reggie Jackson can drop his 29, but we're going to make somebody else beat us. On the interior, you ain't getting anything in here unless you go big boy, and that's not what the Clippers want to do because they're the best shooting team collectively in the NBA. And then on top of it all, you got Donovan Mitchell having help, and they can't guard him one-on-one.
Therefore,
they can't guard him one-on-one.
And by the way, he's not like
Ty Lue had to go to a zone.
How many times is Ty Lue going to, like at a certain point, no Patrick Beverly for Rondo, and there'll be other things that he adjusts.
He had to go zone.
I know.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.